don't know if this is just Greg being a bad writer or this is genuinely how he experiences the world. And I don't know which one I hope.
Man, what the fuck even is Onision? He's one of those guys everyone can just agree is a bad person. Like, just a horrible, disgusting, sinister excuse of a washed-up entertainer. Nope.
You motherfucking piece of shit!
Hi guys, it's been a while. It's Siobhan. It's nice to see you. If you don't know who Onision is, he is the topic of this video. Onision, also known as Greg, which is his real name, is a author, a father, and a YouTuber. Why I use quotations on most of these things is because, I don't think anyone really regards him or wants him in any of these categories. He's kind of a horrible writer. He's a horrible person, so nobody really wants him on YouTube. And he's just generally unlikable. So unlikable that he's been pretty much denounced by most people on the platform. People are rejoicing that his career is ending, which is something that usually you don't see. You usually see a lot of supporters when people are going through a rough patch in their career. But for him, everyone wanted this rough patch to come like 10 years ago, so everyone's kind of pumped about it, including me. And in this video, I'm going to tell you a bit about him, about why everyone hates him, and about just generally why I think we all should be happy he is finally getting off this amazing platform. Okay, let's get into it. Just a quick thing, the whole no empathy thing isn't proven. I'm not saying that he is 100% has no empathy, but I would be surprised if he did. Anyway, Greg. Let's get back onto the topic with Greg. Greg has done many things over his years that show signs of behavior that isn't normal. One of these things is the lack of empathy that he shows towards other people and shows towards people's emotions. It's something that he kind of plays off like, oh, he's edgy, I'm edgy, which we'll get more into in the video because, you know, r/I'm 14 and this is deep is Greg's whole thing. But specifically, I think the thing that made me want to make this video and really got me into the topic of Onision was the recording of his girlfriend, Shiloh, or ex-girlfriend now, thank God. Shiloh was younger than he was by quite a bit at the time. She was a girl. She was not a girl. We'll get into that later. She was a woman. She was Greg's girlfriend. Anyway, she had some sort of a condition or some sort of illness that whenever she gets or got intensely stressed or under pressure, she would forget things. She'd forget her mind. She'd have amnesia. In one specific time, she was put under a lot of stress while she was with Greg. And Greg, when she forgot everything, he did the most YouTuber, gross, disgusting thing you can think of. He videotaped it, and he made this video. This video has been mostly, I think, deleted from the internet, besides maybe a few screenshots or recordings. If somehow I couldn't get a picture of the thumbnail, it said, "My girlfriend forgot me." Anyway, when he did this, he didn't call an ambulance on her because he thought he knew better than them, which isn't, you shouldn't do that. If someone's going through something like that, call the ambulance, especially if it's something as serious as forgetting everything. That could ruin you forever. It's horrible. During this time, Shiloh's mother actually referred to him as the devil. She referred to him as Satan, saying he was evil incarnate, which isn't really far-fetched for Greg's descriptions. Usually you hear that from a few people. Like, every once in a while you'll hear somebody say, oh yeah, like, he's the devil, he's the worst. For Greg, this was a normal occurrence. People call him horrible and Satan all the time, just because of how horrible he is. He seemingly has no emotion towards people besides himself. He's very narcissistic, but he plays it off like he isn't. He pulls this whole thing around himself. Like, he thinks you're ugly, so he'll tell you. In fact, if you're a kid and you submit to his forum, he'll shame you for looking a certain way in front of millions of people that he knows will tune into the video. And it's horrible, and he knows that he's doing it. Not only will he shame you in front of people, he will say horrible things about you. But more onto the horrible things, we go into Eugenia Cooney. Probably one of his most controversial topics, for a good reason. If you don't know who Eugenia Cooney is, she went through a horrible eating disorder and is finally recovering. She was very, very thin, and it was very noticeable that she was being like that. And Greg, instead of trying to help her, or in that defense, probably shouldn't even be making videos about her, he decided to make horrible jokes about it, which I can probably throw up about here.
Okay, so I just add the main food.
Yeah, he said that about a girl going through an eating disorder. I don't know how you can think that's okay. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. Our next topic is the edgy thing, which I did say I would talk about later in the video, but I think I'm going to get to it now because it just kind of, I don't want to use the word vibe, but I'm going to use the word vibe. I was just vibing with the topic. No, I wasn't. That's not what I meant. That sounds a lot worse than I meant it to be. You know what I mean. Anyway, if you have watched any other videos on my channel, I think the last video I posted was about Tumblr, and specifically one of the topics on Tumblr was the community of people who fantasize about killers. And certain types of those killers were people, school shooters. Onision is one of them, I would like to say. He's not one of them who, like, is in love with them, like most of the teenage girls who are on Tumblr on that category are, but he almost idolizes them or looks at them in a weird way or romanticizes them. It's really more noteworthy in his books, where you can read scenes where he talks about, he adds a school shooting scene into his first book, Stones to Get Abigail, for seemingly no reason. Like, there was no point to add it. It was pretty much trauma bonding. He kind of makes, and it's just there. He does more stuff like this, just generally fantasizing over violence, and he's got a hero complex in his books, which I am going to put onto him as his real personality, because the books are almost proven to be about him. He even slips up in one of them and uses his name instead of the character's name. So, in his second book, he talks about how he loves the sound of people's arms being cracked. Like, his character in the book cracks someone's arm, and he says the sound is satisfying. So, there's our edginess. Onision's blatantly predatory behavior. It's something that YouTube itself has been ignoring for a lot of time, even though it's proven, 100% proven. Tweets, I'm not even going to get into his tweets because I am uncomfortable reading them, but if you want to check them out, I'm telling you not to, because they're that bad that I don't even want to see them, but they are there, and you can just look up his name and find it. But on the other things, we'll start over here. Woo! I talked about it a bit earlier. I don't know why I went like this. I'm not going to put a picture up, but he asked for pictures of girls before and after puberty. It's not good coming from him, but I guess it was a glow-up video, so I don't get behind it, but I can kind of see where it could come from. Then we have, over here, taking a girl over state lines so that she could meet the age of consent so he could sleep with her. Yeah, and that's there. He did that. And then, along the edges of that, him doing something even worse. Him and Kai, who is his husband, but he calls him wife. We're just going to call him Kai to make it simple. Kai. Him and Kai, they were taking in a girl. She was, I think, about 16 when they first started taking her in. She was in a really, really bad time in her life. At home, she had horrible home problems, so she went to live with them, which was, she was a fan, so I guess I understand that was kind of insane to her. It was like out of fan fiction, until it wasn't. Until they started making fun of her because she was still a virgin, and immediately when she turned 18, tried to sleep with her. They groomed this poor girl into doing that, and it's horrible. It's completely predatory. And then when Greg was in his 30s, he was dating 17-year-olds, which was proven, and they have proof of that, and I will link proof in the description because I don't want to look it up because I don't want that to be in my search history any more than it needs to be. So, let's move on to a lighter topic. As you're watching this, I just became aware that he just posted a video. So, I'm gonna watch it with you guys, and I heard it's called Bye, so I guess he's finally off, but we'll see.
Hey, so a lot of my videos lately have been me kind of freaking out.
We haven't noticed.
So I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys, for real, for a moment.
If this ends up being a joke, I swear to God, I'm going to lose it.
I think it's time for me to stop.
He right.
And, so, I just wanted to formally apologize for my behavior lately. And
Where's the twist? Something's gonna happen. I know it. He can't make a normal apology video. This doesn't, no. Something's gonna happen or this is gonna be a joke.
let you know and announce my retirement from this everything. So I went out and I got an application. I'm gonna go ahead and get a normal job.
I don't know where he thinks he's gonna get a job because anywhere that does any sort of background check to him is going to find his tweets.
9 to 5 or whatever hours they want to work me. And as you can see,
Isn't he a vegetarian?
it's McDonald's. I'm going to be working at McDonald's. I hope to get a supervisor position. As a vegetarian, it's going to be a bit
I'm psychic confirmed.
conflicting for me. It says, are you presently employed?
Obviously not for long because I've been canceled. Have I ever worked at McDonald's before? No, but I worked at Chick-fil-A. It says, have you ever been convicted of a criminal offense for which you have not been pardoned? And the answer is no, I've never been convicted of a criminal offense.
Am I legally entitled to work in Canada?
It's the wrong application!
I think this is a joke. It might not be. But,
Now I gotta go get enough.
I thought for once maybe he would be doing the right thing by leaving the website, but I'm pretty sure this video was a joke. Why the whole end Canada McDonald's thing, it's really out of character, I think, if he was being serious. Or it's another thing that he wants to plead for insanity for, because that's what he wants to do, because the FBI is investigating him. Whoa. Anyway, I'm sorry I had to put you through that, and I hope that doesn't cause you to want to hate me for showing you that. Anyway, I think this is the end of the video. So, guys, have a lovely rest of your week, and don't be Onision. Get on with it, man. I don't, no one gets what you're saying. Let's go. Reminder, this man is a father who named his daughter, or named a book character after his daughter, vice versa, whatever, after a character in a book that he used as a love interest, and a horrible, weird little relationship thingy where he pretty much used her as emotional bait so that he could look heroic. Woo! I promise I don't look like this actually.